we will be going over the nouns and verbs activities from last week. And then in any other assignment that I assigned last week that you guys may have had questions about, we can go over. I just checked the prefixes assignment, and it looks like Omar, you and Aaliyah did it. So Manasia, I'm gonna just show you what that is so that you can have some time to complete that, because I'm gonna put that in the grade book this week as well. Does everybody have access to the nouns and verbs PowerPoint, or not PowerPoint, the Google Slides? Did you finish it, Aaliyah? Okay, good. So we're just gonna go over it just to double check your answers, and then I'm gonna have you guys submit it. I just created an assignment on Canvas for you to submit those Google Slides, so I can give you points for doing that as well. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen, but you guys can, toggle back and forth with looking at your answers so you can see whether or not you got that right. If there's a question that you may have gotten wrong, just put the correct answer next to it. I want to see what you thought first, and then correct it. But so don't erase your answer. All right. So nouns and verbs is a concept that you guys probably have seen quite a bit. We talked a little bit about it at the beginning of the year. So should just be for review. What's going on? Let's see. 1 second. So we're gonna go over this. We're gonna go over each the common noun, proper noun, and verbs. So all words can be grouped into types called parts of speech. Knowing a word's part of speech can help you understand the word's meaning. Nouns and verbs are both parts of speech. So in our real book or on our activities, one of the things that we go over is parts of speech. So when you know a word is part of speech, but you don't know what the word means, you can kind of think about it and kind of figure out what the meaning is based off the part of speech. So a common noun, Manasia, can you read this out loud, including the examples for us?
A common noun is a word for a person, place, thing, or idea. Examples: a scientist, state, award, creativity.
Yes. So those are all examples of common nouns. Now I want you guys to each give me an example of a common noun. Another example would be boy. It could be any boy, any scientist, any state, any award. So I want you guys to write in the chat, or you can just say it. Give me another example of a common noun. So you're thinking of a person, place, or thing. So you don't give me a specific state. Good, Manasia. Class. That's very, very common. It can be any class. It could be a math class, a reading class, a gym class. It's just very general. So when you think about common nouns, think of general, like basic. Don't think of anything specific. So Ohio, yes, school will be an example of a common noun. Aaliyah, do you have an example of a common noun? Good, library. Now, Omar, can you read the proper nouns meaning, please?
A proper noun names a specific person, place, or thing. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter.
Okay, so a proper, oh, sorry, go ahead. I forgot I told you to read the examples.
That's okay. I'm fine.
So a proper noun names a specific, okay, a specific person, place, or thing. So Thomas Edison is a specific person. New York is a specific state. Nobel Prize is a specific award. So Common noun is very basic, very broad. Proper noun, you're going to name something specifically, right? So, Omar, you said Ohio. That will be an example of a proper noun. Now, things that separate a common noun from a proper noun is capitalization. So, a proper noun is always going to be capital. You're always going to capitalize your name. You always are going to capitalize a state or a city. Okay, so I want you guys to give me examples of proper nouns. Good. Malaysia says Atlanta. That is a specific place, a specific city. Germany, a specific country. Chicago, yes. Just remember to capitalize it. You always capitalize proper nouns. All right, and then Aaliyah, can you read this first part that says a verb and then read the examples for a verb?
A verb is an action word. Examples: learn, win, save.
Okay, so a verb shows action. Can you guys give me some more examples of a verb? Jump is one of them. It shows action. Crash, run. Hero would be a noun. So what do heroes do? They save. So that would be the verb. Can you think of another verb, Manasia? That was a really good one, Aaliyah. Crash is a good verb. Run, jump, swim. All of those show action. All right. You still thinking, Manasia? Think of one more verb. I'm going to move on to this part here. It says the tense of a verb tells when the action takes place. So there's three tenses. We have past tense, present tense, and future tense. Past tense is usually marked by an ed. So if a word has the suffix ed, usually, not all the time because there are some irregular cases, but it usually means that that action has already happened. Studied, cooked, discovered. All of these are examples of past tense verbs, and they all have ed. Now, there are going to be some irregular verbs like run. The past tense verb of run is ran. The past tense verb of think is thought. So sometimes it's not going to be that way, but for the most part, you just add ed. Present tense means it's happening now. So study, cook, discover. And then future tense, they have verb phrases, so it's more than one word. So I will study for my vocabulary test next week. I will cook dinner tomorrow. Okay. So let's go ahead and go over these examples. I'm just gonna have you. You guys are just gonna tell me what you did since you guys finished it. So number one, I already did. The activity is circle the common nouns in each sentence. Underline the proper noun. So I underlined Richard, Terrari, and Kenya. Do you guys agree that those are both proper nouns? Okay, why are these proper nouns? Manasia, can you tell me why is Richard Terrari a proper noun?
Because it's a person.
It's a specific person, right? It's a proper noun. Omar, why did I underline Kenya? How do I know to underline Kenya?
It's a specific person.
Kenya is it's a country, so it's a specific place.
Oh,
And what else? What's
and
different?
it has a capital.
Yeah, it has a capital letter. That lets me know it's proper. And then farm is circled because it can be any farm. That's just a common noun. Number two, Lewis Latimer helped put electric lights in many cities. So what do I need to circle? Are there any common nouns in this sentence?
Louis Latimer. I don't know how to say it.
Lewis Latimer. So I think so. Common noun is just a basic person. So that's if I was to say man. Man helped electric lights in many cities, but this is someone's name. So would I circle it or would I underline it? Aaliyah.
Underline.
Right, because it's a specific person and it's capitalized. Lewis is capitalized and Latimer is capitalized. Okay. So I will actually underline this. So if you circle that, I want you to change it to a line. All right. So that is our proper noun. There are two common nouns in this sentence, though, that we need to circle. What are they?
Electric lights.
Electric lights. Does electric describe the light?
No.
It doesn't. Electric is not a is
Oh
electric.
yeah.
Right. So do I need to circle electric lights or just lights? Because we're just looking for the noun. Omar.
Lights.
Right. Electric is will be an adjective. We're just circling the nouns. Electric describes what kind of light it is. So we're just going to circle lights. And then there's one more.
Cities.
Yes, cities. That is our other common noun. We don't know what city they're talking about. So that's just common. All right. Number 3, Alexander Fleming discovered the first antibiotic. Let's start with our proper noun. What do we need to underline here?
Alexander Fleming.
Yes, Alexander Fleming. That is our proper noun. We know that because it's a specific person and it's capitalized. See? A-F capitalized. And then what are we going to circle for our common noun? What will be the... Did you say antibiotic?
Yes.
Yes. That was horrible. Antibiotic. All right, thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, thumbs down. How do you feel about common noun versus proper noun? Would you be able, if I need some more practice? Okay, so what I'm going to do is for Wednesday, I'm going to make sure that I add some more practice for nouns and verbs on there. It's a concept that you should know, but if you don't practice it, you won't know it. So the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. All right, we're going to hop down to this activity, identify verbs. It's going to be the same idea, but I've already underlined the verb or verb phrase in the sentence. You guys are just going to have to tell me whether it is past, present, or future. So remember, you are going to check back with your Google Slides just to make sure that you are making any corrections to yours if you need to, okay? Number 4, Stephanie Colwick invented Kevlar by accident. Invented is our verb. It shows action. Is it written in the past, present, or future tense?
Past.
Past tense. How do you know that?
Invented. It has a ed.
It's already happened. Yep. That ed is a clue or it tells us that it's already happened. Good. All right, Manaja, I want you to answer this one. Kevlar strength makes it perfect for spacesuits. Makes is our verb. Is it written in past, present, or future tense?
Present.
Present tense. Good. And then Aaliyah, you're going to do this last one. We will remember Colwick for her amazing invention.
Future.
Future. Good. Will remember is our verb. All right, you guys got that. We're going to move on to the next page. Do you guys need a second to double check your answers or are you guys all good? Did you guys all get those correct? Okay, perfect. All right, analyzing nouns. So this activity had started with the word bank. You were supposed to identify each common noun in the word bank and write it in the chart, and do the same for proper noun, that whatever the proper noun that goes with it. So, Aaliyah, can you give me a common noun out of this word bank? Did you guys do this page?
Play.
Wait, 1 second. We're doing the nouns part first. Can you guys hear me? Okay. We're doing the nouns part first. So we have inventor, material, Kevlar, California, state, and Lewis Latimer. Aaliyah, you said you didn't do this activity?
No.
Okay. Manasia and Omar, did you guys do this part?
Yeah,
No.
but not the present tense and future tense. I only did the past tense.
Wait, can you see my screen?
Yes.
We're doing the nouns part first.
All
Are
right.
you are you talking about on the previous page?
No.
Are you talking about the page that I'm on now, Manasia? You're talking about the page we just did? Okay, so do you need a second to fill out that part? All right. Aaliyah, while we wait, why don't you go ahead and look at least the common nouns column. So any word in this word bank that you think is a common noun, I want you to type it on here, and then we'll check it, and then we'll do proper nouns, okay? So we'll take a second. What'd you say?
I did it.
Manasia, did you just say that? Who said that? Sorry, I was looking.
Me.
Okay. Did you do the analyze nouns that we're about to start now? You did that? Okay. I'm going to give Aaliyah a second to do this first. All right. So we're going to take a quick, like, how long you need, Aaliyah? Probably like a minute. We'll take a 1 minute break. Aaliyah's going to work on this column, and you guys can just take a 1 minute break. Okay. And then we'll go over this. Common noun is inventor. I know you guys didn't read the story, but I want you guys to kind of guess. Well, not guess. Well, yeah, infer. If inventor is my common noun, what would be the proper noun that goes with it? If we're thinking, not inventory, if we're thinking of an inventor,
Lewis Latimer.
yeah, that's somebody's first and last name. So even though you guys didn't read the story, or even though you may not know who it is, you know that it's a person's name. An inventor is a person. So that's how you can put those two together. So even knowing that, an inventor is a person can help you problem solve or figure it out, even though you guys didn't read the story. So I'm going to write Lewis Latimer here. All right. What will be another common noun?
State.
Yes, state. So what will be the proper noun that goes with this?
California.
Yep, California. Right. All of our proper nouns have capital letters, and all of our common nouns are very general. So our last common noun is what, Manasia?
Material.
Yeah, material. Remember, material is very broad. It doesn't tell us what type of material. So then our common noun that goes with material will be Kevlar. That's a type of material. You guys see how common nouns are very broad, very general, and proper nouns are specific. They name a specific material. We named a specific state, and we name a specific inventor. All right, you guys good with those? Do you have those correct on your Google Slides? Okay, we're gonna move down to analyze verbs. So determine the tense of each verb in the word bank, then write it in the correct column. Excuse me. So we have past tense, present tense, and future tense. Past tense, we already know that it has already happened, and we usually see an ed at the end of the word. Present tense means it's happening now. Future tense is usually has a verb phrase, and it hasn't happened yet. Okay, so let's go through what would be the past tense form of play.
Play.
Played, right? Ed. Future tense would be
Play.
will play. All right. What would be the present tense version of will watch? Omar?
The present watched or
Yes.
the present tense?
Yeah,
Just
present
watch, yeah.
tense. And then the past tense would be? Go ahead and tell me that one, Omar.
Watched.
Yes, good. Manager do created. What will be the present tense of created?
Past tense.
Yeah, so the past tense is created. What will be the present tense of created?
Create.
Create. And then our future tense will be what?
Will create.
Good. All right, so the last thing here is add a noun or a verb to the sentences below. Choose the words from the word bank above. So we will need a noun here. We've already said that these are our proper nouns, so we're going to add a proper noun. Which proper noun do you think will go best with this one? Blank improved Thomas Edison's version of the light bulb. Can you guys make an educated guess?
Louis Latimer.
Yep, Louis Latimer. He will go here. So if you don't have that filled out on your Google Slides, make sure you do that. Oops, I spelled his name wrong. And then here we need a verb. I wonder what inventors blank in the future. Which one of the verbs in this word bank would we use?
Will create.
Yes, will create. And how do we know that we needed to use a future tense verb? What is there a clue in this sentence?
Yes, because at the end of the sentence it said future.
Yep, it says future. So always look for clues in the sentence, you guys. Context clues is a skill that you will definitely use when you're reading or when you're trying to answer questions. Use the context clues, use the words around, or use the words in the sentence. Okay. So, like I said, I have created a assignment for you guys to submit your completed Google Slides so I can give you credit for that. I want you guys to spend some time doing, we're going to do, I'm pretty sure we picked out a book for us to do our read aloud. So we're going to spend some time doing that. You guys know about Rockstar Readers? Has your reading teacher or Langen Lit teacher brought up Rockstar Reader? No?
Yeah, I heard of it last year.
Yeah. So that's basically whenever you guys are spending time doing like independent reading or silent reading, you guys are going to fill out a Rockstar Reader ticket. So when we do independent reading in here, you can also fill out a ticket for that too. So I'll have some more information on how to submit those, because I do assign independent reading. So I feel like you guys should still get credit for doing that as well. We picked out a book, didn't we, that we were reading together? I know it's been a while since we've done it. Let me check my bookshelf. I believe it was Big Steals. You guys remember reading that as a class, Big Steals? This book here? No? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to read, actually, I think it was this one. You guys don't remember reading? Maybe it was the other 7th grade class. We're going to do this read aloud. We don't have to do this book, though. So is there a book that you guys are reading now that you want to spend the last few minutes reading aloud together? No, so I get to pick. Are you guys letting me pick? Oh, I think it was this, All in a Day's Work. I think this is a good one to do. All right, so this book is called All in a Day's Work and Other Stories. We're going to spend the next, like I said, few minutes left of the class period doing this read aloud. All right, so you guys can just look on my screen. If you want to add this to your bookshelf later, you can. Okay, so this is what we'll do. I'll read the first page, and then we'll practice reading. You guys want to read aloud? No? You want me to read? Okay, I'll read today. So maybe you don't know as much about your friends as you think you do. The Alien by G.E. Gaines. 4 friends went to see the movie Alien Invasion. As they left the movie theater, Cal said, "Great movie." "It was good," Tom said. "Right," Abe said. He liked the movie too. Bill grunted. He had just put a candy bar in his mouth. "What if aliens really did come to Earth?" Abe asked. "Like in the movie?" "That's possible," Tom said. "Anything is possible," Cal said. They walked to the bike stand. But Bill and Cal unlocked their bikes. Then they walked through the parking lot. So as I'm reading, what I want you guys to think about, because I will have you guys do a quick write on this. So just follow along with me. But I also want you to notice how I'm reading. Okay, notice the fluency. Am I reading too slow? Am I reading too fast? Am I reading with expression? Okay, so good readers are able to notice things like that. Also, when you're practicing reading, you should practice reading correctly. So I want you guys to make it a habit of reading aloud. Yeah, reading to yourself in your mind is cool, but you need to hear yourself. Okay, so as I'm reading through this, you should be following along with me. Your eyes should be on the page so that if there's a word you don't know, you'll hear it and see it at the same time, okay? So I'm going to move on to the next page, and your active listening task and your active reading task is to notice how I'm reading. What is my fluency? That's something that you guys practice on the Read 180 website. But now you get to hear it in real time, me reading. Am I using expression? Am I pausing at the end of sentences? Am I pausing after commas? Okay. All right. So what if aliens did come to Earth? Abe asks again. If they were little, we'd squash them, Bill said. If they were big, we'd blow them up. What if they were really cool aliens, like the ones in the movie? Abe asked. There is no such thing as a really cool alien, Tom said. Oh, come on, Cal said. They can't all be bad. Right, Abe said. If it's possible for aliens to come to Earth, then it's possible for them to be friendly too. Tom did not agree. They might seem nice enough, but they would still be dangerous. They reached the street at the edge of the parking lot. Cal and Bill said goodbye and biked down the sidewalk. So, what do you have against good aliens? Abe asked Tom as they walked along. Why are they dangerous? Because they know more than we do, Tom said. I think that's good, Abe said. They could cure diseases. They could find a way to grow enough food for everyone. No one in the world would ever be hungry again. But why would aliens want to help us? Tom asked. Lots of them are cool, Abe replied. No one is that cool, Tom said. People look out for themselves. If you saw someone fall, you'd help that person up, wouldn't you? Abe asked Tom. Sure, Tom said. Aliens are the same way, Abe argued. Maybe, Tom said. He wasn't going to give up, but that's why they're dangerous. What do you mean? Abe asked. Any aliens would be smarter than humans, Tom said. They know all sorts of things we don't know. They will be able to do things we can't do. Tom kept talking. We learned something new from the aliens. Then someone would use that knowledge to kill people or something. Boom, there would be a world war. People would try to get the aliens to tell them things first so they could win the war. Now, do you understand what I mean? Abe sighed. Yes, I do. When Abe got home, he went to his room. He sat down at his desk. He turned on his computer and typed, "They still aren't ready." Then he pushed a special button to send the message. The message traveled to Abe's home planet, 50 light years away. All right, so the question that I want you guys to think about is, who is Abe and why do you think he is visiting Earth? So take a couple minutes to think about that. I'm going to put this on 2 pages. Think about what we just read. Then you're going to answer, who is Abe and why do you think he is visiting Earth? So we know Abe is an alien. We know that he's trying to prove a point that aliens are cool, they can be friendly, they're not dangerous. But why would he be writing or sending an email? Aaliyah says because the aliens are going to come to Earth probably. Do you guys agree? Maybe they're planning to come. So they can give them food. Maybe. Okay, so let me see. One of the quick writes that I'm going to have you guys answer a quick write. Yeah, so there is one that is related to this. So you guys will see this tomorrow for one of the assignments, which is cool because you guys have already read it, so you don't have, well, you can reread it, but you guys will be answering a quick write based off the little chapter that we read. Okay. If you guys have any questions, class is going to end soon. So Manasia, I do need you to go on Canvas and double check that prefixes assignment. I'm going to put it in. I'll give you till Friday to complete it. Okay. But on Friday, I'm going to double check. And if you haven't done it, I will send you a message. So try to get that done before then. Okay. Any questions about the schedule? So tomorrow is going to be our async day, and you guys, we won't have a live session, but you know, you will have to go on Canvas and check the assignment for the day. Okay, thumbs up if you understand that. There will be a noun and verb practice on there. so you guys can practice some more of that. But that's all I have. All right. If you guys have any questions,